Hey everybody, it's Kia. So today I thought that we would start diving into the June budget. So I have my little calendar here, and please ignore my nails. I know they're an absolute mess, but what I wanted to do was go ahead and list out the paydays, and then that way I can make reminders for myself on when I need to go ahead and schedule transfers and just to keep an eye out for upcoming holidays. So I filled out the dates in blue. I'm going to go ahead and fill everything else out in pink just so that I have a little bit of contrast. So Saturday is going to be hubby's birthday. And then the 12th, or let's see. So we have a pay day on the 1st. We have a payday on the 12th. Another payday on the 15th. And a payday on the 26th. And then Father's Day is on the 21st this year. Okay, so those will be my payday reminders. Now, paydays and transfers and things like that. So usually what I will do is the day after payday, I need to make a reminder that I need to transfer some money. And then, so I need to transfer money here. I'm going to need to transfer money here. And then I'm going to need to transfer money here. Okay. So, as you notice, our paydays are kind of scattered out. We usually have one per week, but my husband gets paid on the 1st and the 15th, and I get paid bi-weekly every other Friday. So these ones are his paydays, and then these ones are my paydays. And then these ones, like I said, are just transfer reminders. That way I can get money into our bill pay account. We do have separate checking accounts for our spending activity. We use Bank of America for all of our actual expenses, and then I use Capital One for our actual bill pay account, as well as savings accounts for our sinking funds. So now that that's all done, I kind of had an idea of what's going to be coming up throughout the month. And then right here, I have our, let me see if I can get it in focus. I have our actual monthly budget. So I will go ahead and do that one in blue again. So this is going to be budget for June. And for the most part, I have a general idea of what things are going to end up being. So I will go ahead and list those out, and then we will kind of fill in the rest as we go. So let me go ahead and get that kind of out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it this way a little bit so that I can see it and write on it. So we're going to have I have my husband's income, and I budget for $2,600 usually throughout the month. He's back up to working full-time, so that shouldn't be an issue. And then we'll go ahead and budget for my income. And then I get paid bi-weekly. And then I'm not going to put a total line in here because I still need to enter in the roll forward that we're going to have for May. So I'm going to do other, just in case something pops up, which I think I have a check I need to deposit. And then I'm going to put roll forward. Okay, so that should take care of our income. Like I said, I don't have the roll forward number yet because I haven't closed out May, but as soon as I do, I'll go ahead and I'll update that. Our expenses are going to be things like our auto fuel, auto insurance, entertainment, things like that. And I'm not really good at being able to separate out all of the categories, so I'm just going to kind of group them together. So we're going to have auto fuel. I budget for $100 every 2 weeks. So we'll get $200. Should get us through the month. I'm also going to have auto insurance. And that's $195. Entertainment, that is our I can't spell. This is our Netflix and our Spotify. And then we'll do groceries. Now, I am trying to get better about actually tracking how much we're spending on different areas. But for the most part, I usually just budget for all of our actual expenses. Everything else kind of goes into groceries. And then whatever extra we spend comes out of the groceries. So hopefully by the end of this month, I'll have a better idea of where we're going to be at. But we'll see. Same thing with us homeschool. Right now I have one recurring bill for our homeschool, but I will be changing that up. I have a little bit in savings. So we'll just kind of have to see how that goes this month. I also have life insurance that we purchased separately. And that number is a little bit high, but I like to have a buffer. Medical, we do pay for therapy for my husband. And that's been a little kind of up in the air because of all the COVID stuff. But I'll go ahead and budget it in for every 2 weeks for now. I'm going to include our mortgage in just our regular expenses because it's not something that we're planning on paying off at the moment. I do order our animal food and stuff like that from Chewy.com. So I have a general idea what that's going to be, although I think it's a little bit high, but we'll see. Now our telephone, I'm just going to lump it all together right here, but this does include our phone payments. We have 2 new iPhones, so that's why it's a little high. And then I have, 4 or 5 lines on my account from my family. And then so telephone, and we have utilities. Now this is our gas, our water, our electric, and our internet. And that's a little low for the month because I don't need to pay our water this month because I have built up a credit. And then I'm going to go ahead and put student loans right here. Now, part of them are on forbearance due to the COVID, so I'm only going to put the 1 in there. And then the other things that I'm going to go ahead and put in here, and it's mainly just because of space, are going to be our auto loans. Okay, and then I'll leave that bottom one blank for now. As of right now, I'm trying to contribute money to our homeschool. fund. And I do have a separate bank account for that. I'm just going to start out with $50. I try to put $50 in every month. And then we are also trying to build up an emergency fund. Now, I don't have a budget for this one. This one just depends on how much overtime we end up getting. So that should be able to close out our sinking fund amount. Okay. And then everything else is going to be credit card debt. So let's go ahead and fill that in real quick. Okay, so now we have everything listed out. And what I want to do is go ahead and fill in the amounts. So let's scroll up to the top of my spreadsheet. Okay. So this card I pay $50 on. This card I usually pay $65. JC Penney's on my budget $30. State Farm Visa $75. Wayfair I budget $115. Capital One. The minimum payment's only like $35, but because it's interest free, I've been trying to budget $80. And actually, let me get my white out because I'm going to be making a decimal payment onto that card. Okay. So on this one, I plan on making a debt snowball payment on this card. And I want to pay, let's see, I'm paying $960 on this account. So that's going to be part of my debt snowball for the month. And then my Visa card, I budget $90 for it. It's got a pretty large balance. Best Buy, $65. Amazon, $35. Although I probably need to make an extra payment on there because I found out that our Kindle Unlimited is linked to that card, so it actually made it go over the limit. City is $35 at the moment. Discover is $80. This Discover is $85. Sam's Club is $70. Stage is $35, but I'm going to plan on paying it off, so I'm just going to say an even $300. Capital One GMC, let's see, that one, I budget $35. My Kia, that's his other Visa card, that one has $25. And then a firm 3, I want to pay this one off, so I'm going to do 300 to it. Chase, my budget's 60. Chase Amazon. We do have a balance on that one. I'm just going to say 35 for now because I need to kind of finish looking at stuff, but I want to get the numbers down. I don't care if I have some variances in there. Bank of America Visa, I do 25. Capital One, this one is 25. And then this one is a new Affirm loan. My daughter needed a new laptop for school, so we've got that one in there. Now, so that means that these payments are going to be... Okay, so those payments should come out to $26.10. So I guess let me add that up and check it really quick. But my phone is dying. See if it's got enough oomph. Okay, so 50, 65, 30, 75, 15, 60, 90. Yep, 26.10. It's crazy to see that much go out on all of this stuff. Okay. So then, let's see. I just want to check this out. So let's see, 200 plus 195 plus 35, 630, 10, 55, 130, 845, 80, 395, 350, 35, 315, and 380. So that's 36.55. 37.10. Okay, so I have 2 sums. 37.00 minus 37.10 minus 26.10. So I am out of whack, $20 somewhere. But I know I'm going to have a roll forward for some of the bills that I carried forward from last month into this month. And then, like I said, I know I've got 135 here. So it should still give me 115. So my 115, I am going to go ahead and do as miscellaneous for now. Okay. And then any roll forward will be because I've got sinking funds to cover some of these. So I'll fill in that total later. So I've got 36.55. Oops. Plus my 115. So that should be 37.70. get my $50 here. Might have to update that total. But otherwise, I think I have everything accounted here. So for the month of June, my debt snowballed. And I'll go ahead and move it over here. So my debt snowball should be about $1,480. So there's my budget so far for the month. Like I said, I do have to include the roll forward because I'm still closing out last month. Have a few more things to check out there. And then we'll see how all this compares at the end of the month. So I am super excited to finally have this done. Thank you for sitting through this with me. This is going to be my very first paper budget that I'm working through. So we'll see how it all turns out and what we need to tweak going forward. Some of these are just really rough numbers. But, you know, got to start somewhere. So thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. And we will catch you guys again soon.